Hi, my name is Beatrice Garcia, and today I want to talk to you about a digital world and how to communicate effectively through email and electronics. First, I want to talk to you about why it is important. First of all, it's favorable. Electronic communication has become the most favorable form of communication amongst managers and coworkers. Also, it is efficient. Since digital communication came about, there has been an increase in productivity, networking, and innovative business solutions. Also, mobility. Electronic communication has eliminated the idea of space and time. You can now communicate with almost anyone, anywhere, instantly. In today's digital world, you can easily email important documents, text and receive messages instantly, or hold video conferences with people across the world in any location. Let's talk about the types of electronic communication. We have email, texting, social media, and instant messaging. Before we go further on how to write effectively, let's go over the advantages and disadvantages. Advantages include flexibility. Communicating electronically allows you to communicate anytime, anywhere, whether you're at work or the coffee shop next door. You can easily access your email or send text messages over the phone. Another advantage is it's documented. Sending messages electronically can easily be saved. Unlike verbal communication that can be forgotten, messages can be revisited and analyzed. Also, leveling. Often we may have employees who aren't so outspoken as others, and communication in writing can help them express their voice, which can give you a better connection with your employees as well. It also gives you a chance for review. When speaking face to face, we can often see things without thinking about them, or that we wish we hadn't. When writing, when in writing, we have a chance to reread the message or delete it or revise it, giving us the opportunity for a more appropriate, well thought out response. Another great advantage is convenience. With everyone's busy schedules, we don't always have time to meet face to face. Sending a message electronically allows for us to respond in our own time. We also have a few disadvantages, however. Such as lack of instant feedback. Since electronic communication allows us to respond at our own convenience, this could take hours or even days before we receive a response. Also, it's high risk of misinterpretation. Written messages can often lead to misunderstanding in the message if it is poorly written. Since tone cannot be conveyed well in writing, something said jokingly can sometimes be taken literally. Also, it can be a bit impersonal. If you are always communicating through electronics, people might not get the feeling that they know you very well, and they may feel less trusting towards you. Electronic communication can feel a bit more formal and lacks the kind of interaction you get when you speak to someone face to face. Also, it is very permanent. Once you send something on the internet, it may never fully be erased. It can be a dangerous place if you send something that you don't want anyone else to see. Another thing, it can be very distracting. When you're using electronic devices, you can access you have access to the internet, which can lead to surfing the web instead of responding to your message. All right, let's determine the kind of electronic device you want to use. First, you need to define your audience. Figure out who you're sending the message to. Is it your coworker, your boss, an employee, or a client? If it's your boss or client, it may not be appropriate to send a text message or instant message. However, some might encourage it, so be sure and find out first. Then figure out your message. If you're sending a short question that needs a quick response, you might want to send a text or instant message. That'll be your best choice. If the message is going to be long and you ask a few questions, then an email will be more appropriate. Let's go on to tips on writing emails. First of all, keep it short. Writing long messages can lose the reader or cause them to miss a few things. If you limit the message to just one main point, as to not overwhelm the recipient. Another thing, watch for any negative comments that you might be using. It's difficult to convey tone in messages, as I said before, so writing anything negative can cause the recipient to receive the wrong message or see it as hostile. Instead, be sure not to use any negative or accusing words. Don't assume emails are private. Anything written, anyone can see it. If there's something that you don't want anyone else to know, then don't include it in the email. Use a project subject line. The subject line in your email should be the main idea why you're sending the email. Avoid using things like hi or FYI. Be more specific so the reader knows what the email is going to be about. Use proper greeting sign-off. Don't just start with text. Use an appropriate greeting such as Dear Jane or Hello Bob. Even if you don't know their name, find out an appropriate way to address the recipient. Don't forget to sign off properly as well. A good bye shows sincerity. Use something like thank you or sincerely. These make the email more personal and meaningful. Let's go to how to reply to emails. First of all, reply to emails as quickly as possible. Emails should be replied in a timely manner. Try to respond to emails in at least 24 hours. This shows that you care about what's being said. Answer all of the questions that are being asked. If the sender is asking questions, be sure to answer all of them to avoid confusion or to avoid any more emails asking any more questions. Also, be clear. Don't be vague. Write short, clear sentences stating exactly what you're trying to convey so the sender can feel assured. How to deliver bad news. Write a positive introduction. Avoid being too positive, however. You do not want to tip off that there's bad news too early, which can cause the reader to discard the entire email before reading the whole thing. Provide reasons. Do not just give bad news with no explanation. Give your reader at least one or more reasons why they're receiving this message, so they're not left wondering. Conclude positively. End your message on a positive note and avoid empty, meaningless statements that are insincere. Using words effectively. Different words can create different feelings. Using effective words versus negative words can make or a good message or a bad one. Ineffective words include complaint, incompetent, misled, regrettable, error, inexcusable, mistake, unfortunate, failure, lied, neglect, or wrong. Avoid these words at all cost. Effective words that you should use are accurate, concise, enthusiasm, productive, approval, durable, generous, recommendation, assist, energetic, gratitude, or respect. Also, in your handout includes different examples of it includes different examples of good messages and bad messages. Feel free to look these over and correct them. Thank you so much.